Obviously one of our primary duties as a Christian people is to pray constantly to the Lord. But of course, the subject of prayer, it can often be quite convoluted and mysterious in a certain sense. So we know we're called to pray, but the question is, how do we pray? Well, certainly it is a really complex topic, so I don't want to seem like I'm giving a comprehensive answer to that question in the context of like a 1 minute reflection. But for our purposes today, perhaps I might focus simply on one passage from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, where the Lord basically says to the people, do not heap up empty phrases like the Gentiles do. For your Father basically knows what you need before you actually ask for it. Which speaks to the fact that we're called to have clarity about who God is when we're engaged in the process of prayer. Now, that might sound kind of strange and perhaps even obvious, but it speaks to actually a really important point when it comes to the whole process and topic of prayer. Because if you think about it, how we pray reveals something about our particular image of God. And so, for example, I think a lot of us pray to God as if he doesn't really care and or he's basically hard of hearing, right? Which is obviously not the case. The Lord is the one who counts every hair on our head. He is the one who wills our authentic good even more than we will that good for ourselves. And again, in a certain sense, the fundamental challenge posed to us by today's gospel is to revisit this essential truth, the reality of who God is, right? God is real. God is my Father. He knows what I want even before I actually ask for it. And so practically speaking, what that means is that whenever we pray to God, we should never be anxious. We should never be worried. We should never pray as if we're casting spells, in a sense of thinking that if I don't get the words exactly right, the Lord somehow will not answer my prayer. But instead, we should pray with great calm, serenity, and simplicity of heart. Because again, our Father in heaven knows exactly what we want, even before we open our mouths.